Hey everyone, it's Kaylin and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a Pilates mobility flow for you. So this is going to be more about some stretching and flexibility, but we're going to keep it kind of fluid. We'll hold some static stretches, but we're going to try to just stay moving the whole time. So really just loosening up the joints, loosening up those muscles. And I think it's gonna feel really, really nice. So let's start in an all fours position for some cat and cow. So go ahead and come on to hands and knees. Hands right under those shoulders, knees right under those hips. And once you're there, just gonna start to breathe. And as you inhale, go ahead and send the belly to the floor, lift the heart and chest. And then we exhale round. Good, inhale open. And exhale round. Very nice, inhale. Exhale, lift your belly up towards the ceiling, tuck that tailbone under, drop your head. Let's do two more, just like that. And last one. All right, we're gonna move into those spinal circles now. So just do what feels good here. You're trying to move that circle into, that spine into a big circular motion through side bend, through arching, through rounding, moving in that one direction and on that one circular motion, and then we will go ahead and switch it to the other side. Let's do two more just like that. Your head is just moving in the same direction as your spine. All right, let's go ahead and reverse it. Reversing those circles. Inhaling to expand, exhale round. Okay, let's do two more. And last one. All right, go ahead now and bring it up to a kneeling position. So in kneeling, I want your glutes engaged because we are going to move the upper body. So I want you to go ahead and bring your arms out to the sides, arms out to T-arms. And keeping that lower body still, we're going to twist to our right, look back over that right shoulder, come through center, twist to the other side. Good, come back through center and twist, grow tall, rotate. Good, back center and twist. Good, center. Keep that moving, rotate, center and twist. Good, let's do two more each side. Good, center, last set. Good, back to center, arms come down by your sides. We're gonna be doing a moving side stretch here. So staying on the knees, I want you to come onto your left hand, send that right leg to the floor. We're gonna sweep that right arm up overhead. We're gonna reach, reach, reach. Good, and then we're gonna bring it back down, come back up to kneeling, switch to the other side. Right arm comes down. Good, left arm and leg, reach out, open it up. Good, and bring it down. Good, and again, over to the other side. So just alternating here. Lift, use those glutes to press those hips forward. Good, and back up. Lost my mic. Quick adjustment. All right, let's go ahead and keep that moving. Reach and open. Good, and down. Good, let's do two more each side, and then we're gonna hold the stretch, but then add on in a quad stretch as well. Good, maybe opening that chest up towards the ceiling for this last set. Good, reach, open, back through center. Last one. Good, bring it back down. Come back to that left side. So I want you to go ahead and set yourself up here first. Left shoulder pulling down your back. Engage that left glute, press the hips forward. Now, this might be enough for you. And maybe just find that side bend, or see if you can take that right leg. You're gonna bring it back, grab on with your right hand, and then start to arch your back, pull that leg back behind you further and open up the front of your spine. Good, so we're trying to get a little back bend here. We'll get a little quad and hip flexor stretch at the same time. Good, hold for 3, 2, 1, good, and then bring it down. We'll switch right to the other side. So right hand down, left leg extends out. Use that right glute, engage forward. Go ahead and grab on behind to that left leg. Press into the hand with that foot. Squeeze your glute. Look open towards the ceiling if you can. Beautiful back bend. Holding for 3, 2, 1, and then lower it all the way down. Very nice. All right, let's go ahead and come to seated. So facing the side, we're gonna come to all the way to the mat. So we're gonna do a roll down to do that. So sitting up nice and tall, arms forward. We're gonna start to roll that spine down. Here's some more of that mobility for our spine here. Good, bring the arms down by your sides. Walk the feet in just a little bit, arms out to the sides. Go ahead and start to just sway the legs here side to side, keeping the feet on the floor. Ribs and shoulders are grounded. Moving from one side to the other. Good. And then after this last one to the left, go ahead and bring the feet back to center. Arms are gonna come down by your sides. We're gonna do a rolling bridge here. We're gonna stay low. We're not gonna come up as high as we normally do for bridge. So arms down by your sides, walk those feet into that parallel position. Take your inhale here in neutral. Exhale, start to tuck that tailbone under, roll up. So I want you to focus on opening that lower back. So I'm gonna come, I don't know, about maybe halfway to 2/3 of the way up, and then I'm gonna roll it back down. So I'm never gonna come to that full long extension from the shoulders to the knees. Good. And reverse. If it feels good for you to come all the way up, you can do that. Just make sure you're not dumping into that lower back. Stay really connected in your core. Good. Roll up again, just part way if you can, and then roll back down. Again, this is more about loosening up that lower back. Good. Lift and lower. Good. Let's do 3 more just like that. Last 2. And on your next one, I want you to roll all the way up to that full bridge position. Again, keep the ribs down. Don't pop them. Don't arch that spine. Inhale here, lengthening. Exhale, lower, lower with control. Good. All right, so extend that left leg to the mat. Pull that right leg into the chest. Let's do some knee circles here. So with that right hand on top of that knee, we're gonna circle this knee as big of circles as you can get while still holding on to that knee. And then reverse it, other direction with those circles. Loosening up the glute, the hip, the inner thigh here. Good. On your next one, pull that right leg into the chest. Good. And then bring the leg off over to that left side. So you're gonna look over that right shoulder. So we're gonna hold more of that static stretch here for a couple more breaths. Inhaling to expand. Exhale, see if you can twist a little bit deeper. Good. One more breath. Inhaling to expand. Exhale, release. Good, bring it back into center, pull that leg back into the chest, send it to the floor. We'll switch to the other side. Left leg pulls in. Good, and find these nice big circles. And then reverse it. And then pull that leg in nice and tight. And then send it across the body over to the right. Right hand on top of that knee. Look over that left shoulder. Try to relax through your shoulders now. Deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Good, one more deep breath in. Good, exhale, let it go. All right, go ahead and come back to center. I want you to go ahead and bring your both legs into your chest now, hands behind your thighs. I want you to extend those legs up to the ceiling and just point and flex those ankles. Stretching out those calves, those Achilles, just getting some movement in that lower part of the leg. And then start to circle the ankles. I'm gonna move them both in the same direction first. And by holding onto the backs of the legs, you're just supporting yourself a little bit more so you don't have to strain to keep those legs lifted. And then reverse those circles. Other direction. Good. Last one. All right, go ahead now and bring your arms down by your sides. Lower the legs all the way to the mat. Try to find that control as you lower, lower. Good. We're gonna roll up to seated, so bend your knees if you need a little assistance. Inhale, arms back. Exhale, chin to chest, we round. And then we reach over those legs, lengthening forward, belly back. All right, go ahead and sit up nice and tall. We're gonna take a quick break here. I'll meet you right back here in just a moment. All right, let's go ahead and walk the hands back behind you. Keeping your hips where they are, you're gonna walk the hands back. This is gonna be another static stretch. So with the hands walking back, fingers are away from you. You wanna think of drawing your shoulders down, back and together and opening your chest. So this is, as you can probably feel already, is a chest stretch. So try not to sink down into a rounded spine because then you won't feel it quite as much. I want you to lift your chest up and forward and you'll feel that stretch here. We're gonna start moving this in a moment. Getting a little bigger, deeper stretch. But just take a couple more breaths just like this. All right, so now we're gonna alternate sides, coming up, lifting our hips as well. So let's start with the right hand down. You're gonna take this left arm off the mat. Now, pressing into that arm, I want you to keep your feet grounded. You're gonna lift your hips, sweep this left arm up and back behind you, press your hips high to the ceiling, and then we're gonna lower it back down. You're gonna switch it to the other side. So other side comes down, we lift the hips, sweep that arm up and back, and then bring it down. If that does not work for you, stay with that static chest stretch. Good, press into that hand, lift open, and lower. Good, try to keep those legs in that parallel position as you alternate. Good, and lower. Let's do one more each side here. Lift up. Good, and bring it down. Last one, see if you can go a little bit higher. Lift, 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 open, and bring it all the way down. All right, so back in the seated position, we're gonna get a little bit more hamstring and lower back. So let's go ahead and take the feet wide. And we're gonna move into a spine stretch exercise, which then we're gonna hold into a forward fold. So spine stretch, legs are hip distance apart, knees can be slightly bent, arms are forward. We're gonna take an inhale as we bring chin to the chest. We peel the spine forward, reach through the upper body, pull the belly back, and then we stack the spine back up. And then we inhale, chin to chest, round, lengthen and reach. This should feel good on the lower back. So we just got a little bit of extension when we did those hip lifts. Good, and again, forward, up and over. So for this stretch, you're imagining you have that big beach ball sitting right in front of your belly, and you don't want that belly to touch the beach ball, so you're really rounding up and over. This is not collapsing through the spine or through the hips or the waistline. Let's do two more just like this, and then we're gonna find more of a regular forward fold. Good. Last one. Forward. Good, and lift all the way up. Now you can bring your legs a little bit wider. Good, this time sit up nice and tall with that tall spine. And then I want you to hinge forward at the hips. Try to keep that spine as long as possible. And then you're gonna round forward with that upper body. Maybe the forearms come to the mat. Just breathe here. Try to keep those heels flexed and reaching away from you. That'll get a deeper stretch into those hamstrings. Good, go ahead and stack the spine back up to seated. This time bring the legs together. We're gonna do a forward fold here. So lifting those arms up, hinge forward, and then we round. Grab on wherever you can and breathe. Good. And then stack the spine all the way up. All right, go ahead and come to a comfortable seated position for a little spinal twist. So we're gonna do a moving twist here. So I want you to go ahead and draw the arms up to the ceiling. Twist, look over that right shoulder. Good. And then exhale, arms come back up. Inhale, twist, look over your left shoulder. You can use that opposite hand to give you a little extra twist. Good, twist. Try to keep your ribs pulling, again, back and down. So it's a tendency for people to pop their ribs when they rotate, but that's just gonna dump into your lower back too much. So make sure you're keeping these ribs pulling back and not flaring them as you turn. Good, lift and twist. Let's do one more each side. And then we're gonna get a deeper hip stretch and then we'll go into a downward dog. All right. So this next stretch is taken from yoga. This is our pigeon stretch or half pigeon. So let's first go into a downward dog to get into this position. And then when we're done, we'll come back to the downward dog at the end. So go ahead and lift the hips here. The heels are dropping down to the floor. All right, so on your next breath in, I want you to go ahead and send your left leg forward with your left knee towards that left hand and left ankle towards your right hand. And then you're gonna drop that back leg, that right leg down, and make sure your hips are squared off to the floor. I don't want this. This is not gonna be a good stretch for that left glute. So if this is too hard for you, feel free to take that figure 4 stretch that we probably know so well, laying on your back. And then if you're in this pigeon, go ahead and drop down wherever is comfortable for you. Maybe it's on your forearms, maybe you rest your head on your hands, or maybe you stay up on the fingers, and that's a really good stretch. Keep thinking of squaring the hips off towards the floor. And I did my left side first because this side is less tight and easier to get into. And so I usually do my right side after, which is going to be oh so much tighter, but I know it needs it. Good, take a deep breath in here. Good, and then release. All right, come up onto those hands. Let's go ahead and prop onto the back toe. Lift that back leg back into downward dog. So we've got both feet on the mat. Lift those hips, stretch through the back of the legs. Do that same thing on the other side. So come forward, bring that right ankle over to that left hand, right knee towards the right hand, and then you find your stretch, your position on the fingers, on the forearms. Let the head hang here. Square those hips off and try to breathe. The hips tend to be a really tight area of our body. We can hold a lot of tension there. When the hips get tight, the lower back can get tight. The glutes can get tight. No bueno, no good. All right, one more breath. All right, coming back onto the hands. If you drop to your forearms, go ahead and come back onto the left toes. Bring that right leg back into that downward dog. Go ahead and find a walking dog here as you pedal those feet. Bending, alternating knees. Good. And last thing we're gonna do here, I want you to drop to your knees, and I want you to send your hips towards the floor with straight legs, and then you're gonna puff your chest up into an upward dog. So keep your core pulling in and not pressing away from the floor with the upper body, with the arms. One more breath here. And then we're gonna send the hips back, knees wide for a child's pose. Good. Take a couple of breaths. Inhale to expand. Good. Exhale, release. Good. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Sit onto the heels to come all the way up to seated. And you guys are all set. Go ahead and stay up here sitting nice and tall. Let's go ahead and do some shoulder rolls forward, up and back. Very nice. Good, arms down by your sides, core is in and engaged. All right, take another deep breath in here and let it go. Oh, that felt so good. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that as well. I would suggest, if you liked this one, I'm going to link to another stretching workout too. I'm going to link to two of them. I'm going to link to one that's done on the mat, just like today. I'm going to link to a standing one as well. So a couple of really good stretches there. So go ahead and check those out if you like this one too. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Please let me know what you thought in the comments below. And I look forward to seeing you here on the mat next time. Bye.